Tough crowd right there now.
It's time to do start, bench, or cut. Now, you say, what in the world is start, bench, or cut? We're going to roll some teams. Top 8 teams on the board or thereabouts. We'll see what the survey said according to them. They'll slap the buzzer, just like in the Family Feud, tell you if they're totally buying them, they start. If they want to wait and see bench, or if they're out on the team, they get cut. Dre, you're up first.
All right.
There you go, got it.
Seton Hall.
Ooh.
Big wins. They beat UConn, beat Marquette, but I'm going to bench them. And here's why. I like them. 5 seniors, one of the best defensive backcourts. They get in you. It's not a ton of turnovers, but they sit in a stance. They make life hard. But they turn the basketball over way too much, which means their transition defense is horrible. And Alamir Dawes is truly the only 3-point threat on this team, and there is such a big difference in their wins and in their losses. In their
You wouldn't want to see him in an NCAA
No, you would not.
in
No, you do not.
their losses, he's averaging 20% from 3. He's their only true threat. So I'm going to bench him for now, but I like the pieces.
Okay. All right, Seth, you're up.
Okay.
The Beach Boys.
FAU.
The Beach Boys have that big win against Arizona. Unfortunately, in their 3 bad losses, the Beach Boys have a .61 to 1 assist-to-turnover ratio. By the way, that's not good. They shoot 20% from the 3-point line in those losses. So here's the problem. You're a team that went to the Final Four. You're a team that defended. You're a team that shared the basketball. You're a team that made the right play and shot the 3. But you struggled a little bit. But I believe in Dusty May. I believe in John L. Davis. You know what? I'm not cutting him. I'm just benching him.
You're benching him?
All right, we've gone bench,
Bench.
Bench.
and Jay
Mr.
Will.
Negativity. Let's see. Let's see if I'm negative.
Uh-oh, Gonzaga.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. I'm sorry, Coach. I got to cut him. I got to cut Gonzaga. Gonzaga, unfortunately, right now is in automatic qualifier or bust territory. I firmly believe. I called one of their games against USC, and it was, at times, they struggled to shoot the rock from outside. In losses, they're shooting 20% from the 3-point line. They lost that game at Santa Clara. I saw Steve Nash sitting there at courtside. It was a big moment. Anton Watson had 32 points, and it still wasn't enough. They're going to have to win the WCC to get into the tournament.
And Nash didn't even play in that game.
It's kind of
tough.
kind of crazy territory.
Yeah, right.
For the Zags to be there now. Jay, we've shipped a buzzer to you. Your turn.
Why did the hold it in front of your face?
Michigan State, Jay, is what's popped up. Start benching or cutting?
Well, first of all, this is a ridiculous prop. It's not connected to anything. We've got to be a little higher end in this. I'm very disappointed. Michigan State, I'm going to go bench, but using the bench as a motivator because I still believe in Michigan State. They're an older team. They were a top 5 team preseason, but they haven't played well, frankly. They're getting better production out of A.J. Hoggard. He's starting to really play. Tyson Walker's been great all year long. And Jaden Akins is starting to play. Their transition has improved, but they've got to get better consistency out of their big guys. Their numbers are still pretty decent, but a 1-4 start in the Big Ten, they got to turn things around quickly. I still think they can, and I think Tom Izzo will. And I go back to the experience factor, but I did have a coach at the start of the year say, a very prominent coach say, not buying into the Michigan State hype to start the season. They lost Joey Hauser, haven't replaced him. I think there's some truth there, but I still think they have enough to not only be an NCAA tournament team, but to play well when they get there.
So what we've done so far is
So I'm benching him. I'm benching him as a motivator.
We've tightened the rotation.
Okay.
And we've also released some people. We don't have any starters yet, Dre.
Oh, easy.
The Iron D, the Brotherhood.
Easy, the Brotherhood.
That's right.
We're starting Duke. I like what Duke is bringing to the table. Kyle Filipowski, we've already talked about him, his leadership. Jared McCain is playing phenomenal basketball in their 7-game win streak. Jeremy Roach in the 7-game win streak, assist-to-turnover ratio 5-1. He has been getting it done, and we've already talked about Mark Mitchell playing great basketball. He had back-to-back 20-point games, struggling from the 3, but he does a lot for the team.
Hey, easy. I think it's Seth's turn here.
Overzealous.
Look at that. Look at that assist.
The Fighting Penny Hardaways.
Ooh.
I am starting the Fighting Penny Hardaways. I know they turn it over too much. I know they don't rebound on the defensive end. But I'll tell you, 5 senior starters. Javon Quinterly is no joke, especially at the end of the game. Think about this stat. College basketball analytics. Clutch time, which is basically 6 points or less in the last 2 minutes. They are 10-1 David Jones is a matchup problem. DeQuan Tomlin can rebound the basketball, and Quinterly finishes the game. I'm all in on the Fighting Penny Hardaway.
David Jones is cold. David Jones is cold.
It's only taking you like a decade to come around on JQ.
Well, he played for both teams for a long time.
St. John.
Oh, the Fighting Rick Pittinos. I want to start them. I'm in between starting and benching. I'll go bench right now. But I'm telling you, like, this team, I would not want to play them in the NCAA tournament right now. 4-1 in the Big East, averaging 112.8 points per 100 possessions. That's their best in the last 15 seasons. And by the way, they're averaging 18 second chance points. Rob Dingle and company, they play just like Rick Pitino coaches, hard.
Okay, I think we've got time for one more. Jay, you're up with your fancy prop.
Keep it there.
It's better in front of your face. There we go.
Houston, hello.
Oh, they're starting. Kelvin Sampson's got the best defensive team in the country. They monster ball screens in the post. They get it out of there. They're one of the 2 or 3 best offensive rebounding teams in the country. Andrea mentioned L.J. Crier's got 47 threes, but Emmanuel Sharp he gets to the free throw line more than any other Cougar, and he's made like 35 or 36 threes on the season. Houston's a starter. He's got another Final Four team there.
Start, bench, or cut. Still a long way to go. An opportunity to play